Greetings, it's Vaygrim on this fine Friday. It is Friday, July 17th. It's about 10 a.m. And I have had a maddeningly busy week. Let's see, the last vlog. It's a weird word. The last vlog, I feel like a dork saying vlog, though. The last vlog that I put up was on Monday, I think. And I have been inanely busy since then. I've been getting the pack update. Yes, there is an actual 1.8 update still due out for my pack. Where the test version is 1.08.5 now, and there's going to be a point 0.6. Because there's been some mods, about half the pack is version locked because either the mod authors have abandoned the mod or the mod author has moved on to 1.8, so there's no more updates for 1.7. Or I am locked for technical reasons, like with Mechanism. Mechanism 7 is what we started on. During the life of the pack, recently, Mechanism 8 got released, and Agency Brady specifically states that you really aren't supposed to transition a world from 7 to 8. You're supposed to start fresh with 8. And there are no guarantees that worlds are going to transfer safely. I cannot in good conscience put it in the pack. This is no news. It's not that big a deal. But basically, we're locked on Mechanism 7. But, there's been a big Ender.io update that I decided it's got so many new features. I don't want to... We can update to that. There are no technical limitations letting us update from Ender.io 2.2 to Ender.io 2.3. And it's not released officially. It's in beta, but still, there are stable beta versions out there. I don't want to be petty and keep those things from people just because I don't like the new textures. That's not fair. That's not fair to you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and update. 1.08 is going to have the new Ender.io 2.3. It has changed a little bit because now there is an Ender Core that adds interesting new features, some of which I have turned on, some of which I have turned off. Like Ender Core adds an auto smelt enchant, which is actually very cool, because we don't have Tinker's Construct in our pack. So that's neat. We can actually get picks and enchant them with Auto Smelt now. There's even an option to make it work with Fortune, which is cool. There's an XP boosting enchant that you can actually put on armor and stuff, so you get more XP when you kill stuff while wearing it, or maybe it's when you kill something with a weapon enchanted. I don't know how it works, but anyway. It's very neat. It adds a lot of great stuff. It adds a lot of other stuff that I think is dumb and annoying, like fireworks on achievements. I turned that off. But things have been... There's some mods that have been drastically updated. Ender.io. Buildcraft. We've gone from Buildcraft 6 to Buildcraft 7 now. We have... So there's the robots, and the robots actually work now. So that's cool. I cannot wait to mess with those. Let me think, what else? I'm trying to remember. Ender.io, Buildcraft, there's been big updates to Open Computers, big updates to Computronics. There have been big updates to Harvestcraft, big updates to, Forge and Forge Multipart, of course. Let me pull open the pack here real quick and look. Better Chests has seen some updates. Bibliocraft has seen big additions. Erebus has seen an update. That kind of shocked me. There are updates to Applied Energistics, but I don't know. I'm not sure what has changed. It's like RV2 stable instead of beta. Basically. But we do have updates to... there are updates out there to Applied Energistics. I have not put them in yet, though, specifically because there are recent versions of Applied Energistics that have really bad memory leak problems or something. There's some problem with them that's causing an issue on the Forgecraft servers. So until I figure out what version is the good one and which ones are the bad ones, I'm just staying on the version of AE2 that we have. There's also going to be some point soon where the AE2 devs are going to try and remove the no channels configuration option the way that I like it. If they remove it, I don't like dealing with channels in AE2. I think it's dumb. I like AE1. I don't like AE2. So If they remove that option, then we're going to be version locked on AE2. That's fine. They're not really making new additions. This is stability, and there's not really a lot of new features in the new AE2 as far as I know. Let me think. I think Ender Utilities has seen an update. I'm trying to remember, though. Oh, gosh. It's old, but there is a version of an updated version of random things from what we had. We were using 2.2.2 for a long time, and there's 2.2.4. There is a big update to Project Red, and it adds a whole bunch of new stuff. The problem is, a whole bunch of the new stuff is in Project Red Mechanical and Project Red Fabrication. And right now, about half the blocks in those modules, if you put them down while you're on a server, you set the server into a crash loop. So I literally had to remove those mods and then put them back in for our test server, which means it messed with world origin and the world. I had to turn retrogen for war back on and yada, yada, yada. It was just a mess. So basic story there is that while Project Red has seen a lot of really awesome additions, most of those new additions are still super unstable and world killing. So yeah, I took out mechanical and fabrication. I'm going to wait until we had mechanical in for a while on some slightly older versions of Project Red, but it was like 8.1.08.3 and 4, I think, had Project Red Mechanical put back in. But then there's been more updates now to Project Red that irons out issues in the other modules, but it introduces more issues in Project Red Mechanical and Project Red Fabrication, the new one. So I was kind of happy because Project Red Mechanical and Fabrication both add stuff like the sorting machines for Red Power 2, the pneumatic pipes for Red Power 2, those are in there. The frames and frame moving, those things are super unpredictable, and it's basically a perfect way to crash a server. However, I know that people want those. I figured, well, I'm not going to put a mod dedicated to that in. This is a way to kind of slip one under the wire. Oh, it's in there, I'll leave it. But I can't even put the machines down, the engines for those things down in our test world right now without crashing the server, putting it into a crash loop, no less. So I had to pull those two modules, but the rest of Project Red has gotten big updates. Let's see. RF Tools. Huge update to RF Tools. We were on RF Tools 2.73 it was like 2.7 something, 7.3, 7.5, I can't remember. And there's now like a 3.11 that's out. And there are huge updates to that mod. So that's going to be really awesome. There's a better storage inventory management system. There is, refinement to the whole dimlets system and making dimensions. Refinements behind the scenes to dimensions. Tons of new features I cannot wait to exploit and generally mess with. Let me think. Thaumcraft is version locked, as in they have now moved on to 1.8. Apparently, Asinor is testing 1.8 version of Thaumcraft, so there's not going to be any more updates for 1.7. It is closed. That's a final version, which means Thaumic Tinkerer is on its final version, most likely. Let me think. What else? Workbench. It's going to be a new mod from 1.7 to 1.8, and it's got some updates. That's by Jack and Vet. Really cool. We updated Flaxbeards finally because I thought, why the hell not? It's got a lot of dumb stuff that I don't like rocket launchers and whatnot, but again, I'm trying not to be petty about some of my choices. I'm trying to be logical about why I'm putting things in and not putting things in. I actively did not put in thermal expansion or thermal foundation in this pack when I first started off because I wanted to be slightly different. I knew that because everybody else would be. They had big changes and big new things in those mods. Everybody was going to be using thermal expansion and thermal foundation in their packs. That's why I went mechanism and Ender IO. I also know those mods more. So yeah, it's not, darn thermal expansion. I don't want to be petty about it. I have logic and reason behind some of my choices. But there's other choices that I'm making and then going back and revisiting and saying, maybe I should have made that choice, shouldn't have made that choice. Maybe I shouldn't have put that limit on things because that is a decision based in a personal bias, a personal hatred. not in a logical foundation of choice. So, like frames, mods that add frames to move machines around, the surefire way to get a server to crash is to get a tile entity and stick it on a moving object. Sorry. That's why I don't have those in there. They are unstable. They're unpredictable. This is a pack that's supposed to be more simple, more reliable. It's not, I don't want to have unpredictable worries in it. That's why I pulled out Project Red Mechanical a long time ago, because it had memory leak problems. And I do not expect noobs and rookies to know how to troubleshoot memory leaks or be able to figure it out. They would play the pack. Performance would slowly get worse and worse, or quickly, depending. And then they would hit a point after a couple of days to a couple of weeks where the pack was basically unplayable. They didn't know why. They would drop it and move on. I don't want that to happen. I want people to be able to park on this pack and go with it for a long time. Project E. Project E has a ton of updates too, before I forget. Sin Killer J's added a whole bunch of tons of really great stuff in that. Yeah. Oh, gosh. What else? What other decisions have I made in the pack? I didn't put Tinker's Construct in there specifically because everybody uses Tinker's Construct. It is the go-to starting tools mod for so many packs that I'm just tired of it. It's like I've seen packs sometimes where they do Tinker's Construct and Iguana Tweaks, but then they have Ender IO in there and they leave the Ender IO tools enabled. Why are you even doing this? Because I can make the tools, but then because of Iguana Tweaks, they don't work well with the whole leveling system, the leveling of ore, or they completely bypass it and break the system. It's like, I don't get it. Anyway, so many people default to, rely on, or automatically start with Tinker's Construct. I decided to mix things up. We have tools, great tools from Mechanism. We have great tools from Ender IO. We have really good tools, amazing tools from the likes of Domcraft. Yep, Dawmium tools. Tons of great Dawmium tools. Blood Magic. Amazing mid to late game tools. You have early, mid, and late game tools in Mechanism. Tools that start early game in Ender IO, and you can scale them all the way to mid or late game. We have tool utilities, which means you can upgrade some tools to be like 3x3 mining. Or place torches or stuff like that. It's really cool. I tried to make sure that the gaps that were created by blocking off certain overly used mods were filled up. But it's been hard. This update has been in the working since February. And it's July. I am so tired of trying to get this update to work. I'm really hoping that here in a couple of days I'm going to put out 1.08.6, the hopefully last update to the test server. If it's stable for a week, it gets rolled out. I have to get an update to the pack. I think most people have considered this pack dead at this point. So, it's not going to get it. Because, the last update I rolled out was on Christmas. December 25th, last year. That's bad. It's like 6 months since the last update, and I really need to get one out. For the sake of my series, much less for the sake of the people that use the pack. So, I'm tired. I just want to get it up and out, and 108 is probably going to be the last pack update. Probably. But that's what the big chunk of my week has been, which is why I haven't recorded any Vaygrim's Chance this week. I will be recording an episode of Vaygrim's Chance later today. It will be up later this evening. But like Wednesday and Monday, normally I would have had episodes up. I just didn't have time. Tuesday and Thursday, I would have recorded episodes of Forgecraft. I didn't have time. Also, I was doing a mod guide for Journey Map that goes out today. By the time this comes out, that video will be up. And it's not that was hard. It's just that I promised Tech Brew, the creator of Journey Map, that I would do that. And then I kept getting busy with other crap that would crop up. And I really hate telling them, yes, it'll be done by the end of the week, and then suddenly the end of the week comes and that video isn't there. That makes me feel crummy. It makes me feel bad. So I had to stop everything to get the patron test server running, to get a new FTB Infinity server running for my new series, Grimco Construction, and to get this mod guide created once and for all and get it out, to honor the promise that I made to Tech Brew. And it shouldn't have taken me 2.5 weeks to keep that promise. But yes, Kitty. What? No. Uh-uh. Go away. Go away. Yeah. So it has been a very difficult week. I feel so off of my kilter. I put out some content on the second channel on Monday because I already had it pre-recorded. But then like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there should have been Transistor, Dragon Age Origins, and Dishonored in that order. I didn't have any of them up. I finally have an episode of Transistor going up later today because I had some footage pre-recorded. I just finally had the time to sit down and actually edit it. Next week, everything will go back to its schedule. Everything will be back to normal, and I cannot wait for that to happen. Because getting servers to cooperate, getting stuff to work, getting mods to play together. I upgraded to Buildcraft 7, and then suddenly it's picky about, I want this version of Forge Multipart. But if you put Project Red in your pack, it wants this version of Forge Multipart, and the two never shall meet. So I have to line up versions, because Buildcraft will work with a version of FMP or higher. Project Red wants a range. I don't know why. It looks for 320 to 344. And I actually, or something like that. I had like 344, and it said it's too high of a version. It told me that. I didn't think that was a thing. No, go away. Shh, come here. Come here. Kitty's not cooperating. Anyway, I'm tired. It has been a long week. I cannot wait to get back to my routine schedule next week. I have a new game that I have picked up on Steam called The Guild of Dungeoneering that I want to start a series on, but I don't want to stop one of my current series on the second channel. So I'm just going to put up videos of it periodically, kind of like I do with Guild Wars 2 content. It'll just go up at random. Don't know. We'll see how it's received. Oh gosh, what else has been going on? That has been the biggest part of my actual week. My friend Cyanide X had a baby earlier this week. Him and his wife had a boy, I think it was. Can't remember. I think it was a boy. Congratulations to them. Oh gosh. My friends over at the We All Playcast, twitch.tv/WeAllPlaycast, actually got their mod pack, test version of their mod pack out. It's in beta, so congratulations to them. I started off a new series with The Dark Preacher and IA7X Shadows. We are starting off a creative building construction company series. Rorax has agreed to be on the actual series as our first guest architect. That's going to be awesome. I will get back to you as soon as I have dates on when episodes from that are going to start airing. But that is awesome. People that I really want to invite to that series, like Sice the Shoop. Sice was one of the first like super builders, quote unquote, that I ran into on the Resident Rise server when I was just starting off, when I was a little YouTube nublet, and I was just starting off, and for some stupid reason, for some unknown reason, Kieran Dave decided to take a chance on me. It wasn't a dumb reason, but Lord knows why. I had like less than 100 subs, and he decided, yeah, I'll take a chance on this guy. And he let me on the Resident Rise server, and that's really where I got my recognition and my start. That's what really steamrolled things for me and got me started, was the Resident Rise server, and a couple of key mod guides that I'd done. So I am always thankful to Kieran Dave for that, but yeah, for some unknown reason, he decided to take a chance on me and let me on the actual Resident Rise server. And I knew Aka the Builder was on there, and I knew Bebo was on there. But the first guy I ran across, talked to, and really got to explore their base and these amazing buildings and designs they had done was Sice. And Sice really had this really amazing base design that he'd done. We did a server reset. He did another really amazing base design. So I want to get him on that series and have him do something really cool, come up with an idea that we could help him implement creative design-wise, you know? The perfect decorative themed base, or, you know, a building with a specific task or purpose, like, you know, kind of a factory building that produces cakes or whatever, you know. I think that would be really, really awesome. I'd love to get Aiko the Builder on it. See if I could pull him out of retirement. He actually does crop up here and there doing a Minecraft series, but he is not quite as prevalent at it as he used to be. I think he kind of, he's taking it easy. He's getting more physical, kind of real world exercise nowadays and spending time with his family. And that's a good thing. That's an admirable thing to put above gaming is real world exercising and your family. That's best choice. But I would love to see if I could pull him back for some interesting or really, really, elaborate or high-tech kind of design for maybe like, I don't know, blood magic or something. I think it'd be neat. Yeah. But the first guest is actually going to be Rorax. I just don't know when that's actually going to happen. We haven't lined up timetables or recording session times, etc., etc. We're going to figure that out. I have to go. I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a great weekend. I don't know if I'm going to have time to put up a vlog over the weekend. I try to put one up on Sunday to kind of wrap up what I did, but I don't always succeed. But have a great weekend. If I don't talk to you now, I will see you on Monday. Bye.